Hello guys, and welcome back yet again to another video. Today we are using the FIFINE H9 headphones and the microphone, and I have a very in-depth review for this one straight away, just to throw at kind of the fan. And right now we're using it with the amplifier. I will not be using the amplifier pretty much ever for these headphones, and there's a reason for that. Or headset, if you use the mic. If you take it off, they're just headphones of course, but I will only ever be using these headphones in the FIFINE AM8 audio port, as I truly believe that the amplifier just isn't great. Like, look, I'm gonna have to drop something on you here, which I don't like to do to FIFINE, but please stop making this 7.1 surround sound option. It's not great. You'd honestly be better off building the amplifier into the headphones, or finding a way to do that with buttons or sliders on it, or keep the remote but just have it on the cable and just remove the 7.1, remove the amplifier, get your own software and do everything in the software. I understand you're doing this probably to save money. I'm not entirely sure about that, but it doesn't feel or sound great. And in terms of the microphone, I'm not sure where it sounds best at. I'm hoping the mic quality's good. I really am, because when we tried the H6s, that microphone was very good and it sounded alright. Now, you're honestly better getting Dolby Atmos or Dolby Access on your PC and tuning your headphones roughly to the equalizer I'm going to display on your screen now, and this will sound much better than any 7.1 surround sound that they include, and generally the audio quality overall is just superior. I would also recommend buying a FIFINE microphone, a standalone one, and just plugging it into the back of it, whether that be the A8, the AM8 or the A8 Plus, or really any of the FIFINE microphones. And if you're not interested in that, obviously buy another microphone that has an audio port on it, not just mic monitoring, but an actual port that works for audio too, and use that. Personally, I feel like mic monitoring should be built into the headphones, just generally, because I can't live without mic monitoring. Right now I don't know how loud my volume is because I can't hear myself properly. I can't live without it. It's weird. People don't like the sound of their own voice, so they just leave it off, and then they end up playing a game and they scream at the top of their lungs and they're not quite sure how loud they're shouting. So mic monitoring is good. So let's swap it round to the AM8 and I'll see you there. That is so much better. I now have mic monitoring thanks to the AM8 microphone right here, and this sounds so crisp in the headset. This is so much better. I don't know why we couldn't have just had this anyway. I'm so much happier about it, and we don't have to use this mic piece anymore either. Obviously this mic piece is still going to be useful if you're plugging this into a PS5 or Xbox controller. I just wish the H6s had the ability to just plug it straight into something, because it is literally just an aux cable. The AM8 has some incredible mic monitoring, some of the best I've ever heard actually, and that will kind of give you an idea of how loud you'll be in, how it's going to get picked up on the microphone. Like, mic monitoring's great, especially if you're doing lots of audio stuff. So if you're shouting, say you know it's going to clip or it doesn't sound right, say you're a voice actor or whatever, you're better off using a condenser microphone if you're voice acting opposed to a dynamic one. A lot of people would disagree with that, but I only say that because I find dynamic microphones clip a bit more when you shout directly at them, and there's a lot less range, especially if you want to get far back. Like, it doesn't pick you up quite as much. But I think dynamic microphones are best if you're speaking into them, which I do for pretty much all my videos, so it's fine. Yeah, I've got no problems. I think the headphones actually do sound great, and rather than try and explain this to you, I think we're going to have to go in game to kind of show you that they sound good. So we're going to do that now. So before you all complain, I am playing this in ultra wide, which is why you're not seeing the whole screen. But to be quite honest, I usually use black bars anyway on my videos, so I guess you could see this as a black bar, maybe. Obviously, I've decided to play on ultra wide with my TV. And before you go, you use a TV for gaming? Yes, I use a 0.1 millisecond 120 Hz variable refresh rate OLED 4K. Okay, you fucking bitch. So I'm going to turn all the settings up so I can actually hear the game. I'm just going to give it a crack. So we're going to go on Husky Red, my favourite mode. You know, it is what it is. I already have played a couple of games of Warzone 2.0 and stuff, but I didn't want to record that. You know, I like to give things a test before I actually start recording. I did kind of the recordings after I listened to music with these. I tried the different modes and variants that I could tune them to how I want now as well. So that's nice. I'm not using both monitors to save electricity. So anyway, Husky Raid. I can't see how many clicks that is. Maybe it's because that one's too far. I've just got a weird tightening. So again, something I don't like about these headphones already is the lack of swivel. But these do not sound bad. The only thing I will point out and say here is that... So the only thing I will say in regards to this headset is, as good as it sounds, I do think it's a little bit stingy that in the UK they cost £50, but in America they cost $40. I'm not sure what that's all about. Is there import fees and that's why they cost more here? I really don't know. I wouldn't recommend these for music listening per se, but they're not terrible. But with the Dolby Atmos equalizer, they'd sound pretty good. I'm not missing any audio while playing the game at all. And they are tuned very clearly for gaming, so... I've noticed they're tuned in a way where reloads and footsteps are louder, but then, like, there's not a lot of bass in them. You know, if bass is your thing, even with an equalizer, they're not really that bassy. The standard preset for these, though, aren't great, in my opinion. Oh my god, we just went off. Yeah, like I say, if you're primarily using these for gaming, they're not going to sound bad. And by the way, you can get Dolby Access on both Xbox and PC. I'm not entirely sure about PlayStation, what equalizer settings and things they use, but I'm sure it'll be something. It's a shame. It's almost like they don't want to give me an energy sword again because they know I'll just go off. Fucking bitch, man. Still, Husky Raid's one of the best modes they've brought to Infinite so far, and I'm absolutely loving this game. Like, since the last time we used the FIFINE H6s, if you guys remember, I was pretty... As I was saying, if you guys remember, we were obviously playing Halo Infinite back when I had the H6s, and it wasn't a bad experience. I really enjoyed the H6s. I think the H6s are probably going to be better off for those with a PC and PlayStation, but if you want a direct plug-in microphone without having that 7.1 equalizer, or sorry, amp on the headset, you can just use that instead. No way I was getting past that. I couldn't move there, man. I would have had a great time. Oh, God. These guys suck, man. This team is just dreadful. I mean, I know I could have technically capped the flag earlier when I was in their spawn, but that's still not the fucking point. Shit. I've just killed myself, man. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't feel like I'm missing any audio cues. I can still hear the footsteps. I can still hear all the weapons, all the shit going off right now. It's still fun. It's great to use. Ah! Right, we're going for the win. Yeah! Oh shit, something's on my leg. Something landed on my leg mid-game. So anyway. You can hear that. They're not very bassy and they're not going to like blow you away. Like they're not like the you know, the Turtle Beach Stealth 700Xs, which are really heavy, made out of super like powerful plastic and metal. Like, these are just a bit, you know, cheaper, a lot cheaper. You know, these are like double, if not 3 times the price. So they still sound great. They're still really good. And the fact you can use them with mic monitoring and consoles and other things, it's nice. I do recommend them. And hopefully you kind of heard a bit of an audio sample from that. That's kind of what I'm hoping. So yeah, all I'm going to say is thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon. And peace.